Let's talk about healthcare, the desire to be healthy, or if you're not healthy, at least get a good diagnosis. How about a massive medical fraud scandal that shook Silicon Valley? Let's talk about Elizabeth Holmes and Theranos. In the high-stakes world of Silicon Valley startups, few stories are as dramatic or as devastating as that of Elizabeth Holmes and her company, Theranos. Once hailed as the next Steve Jobs and the youngest self-made female billionaire, Holmes promised a medical revolution. Her startup claimed to have developed technology that could run hundreds of diagnostic tests using just a few drops of blood. But behind the sleek black turtlenecks, bold promises, and glowing media coverage was a web of deception that put patients' lives at risk and duped some of the world's savviest investors. Elizabeth Holmes founded Theranos in 2003 at the age of 19 after dropping out of Stanford University. Inspired by a fear of needles and a desire to democratize healthcare, Holmes pitched a device called the Edison that would use small amounts of blood from a finger prick to deliver rapid, affordable lab testing. The vision was captivating. It promised to eliminate the need for vials of blood and long wait times for lab results, and it would put diagnostic power directly in the hands of consumers. Investors and media outlets were enchanted by Holmes, who modeled herself after Steve Jobs, complete with a deep voice, minimalist fashion, and grandiose language. Theranos attracted nearly $1 billion in funding from investors such as Rupert Murdoch, the Walton family of Walmart fame, and high-profile board members, including Henry Kissinger and former Secretary of Defense James Mattis. At its peak, the company was valued at $9 billion, and Holmes was celebrated as a rare female tech unicorn. In 2013, Theranos struck a major deal with Walgreens to put its testing devices in pharmacies across the country. The company was on a meteoric rise, with Holmes gracing the covers of Forbes, Fortune, and Time. Despite its glittering image, Theranos was hiding a dark truth. Its technology didn't work. Starting in 2015, the Wall Street Journal journalist John Carreyrou began publishing a series of explosive articles that exposed Theranos' failures. According to whistleblowers and internal documents, the Edison devices produced wildly inaccurate results. In many cases, the company was secretly using traditional machines made by competitors to process blood samples while pretending they came from its own devices. Carreyrou's investigation revealed a culture of secrecy and intimidation within the company. Employees who raised concerns were fired, silenced with legal threats, or pressured to keep quiet. Behind the scenes, Theranos was falsifying test results and reports to secure deals and maintain investor confidence. The fallout was swift. In 2016, the Centers for Medical and Medicaid Services, CMS, banned Holmes from owning or operating a lab for 2 years. Walgreens and other partners severed ties, and Theranos voided 2 years of blood tests. In 2018, Holmes and former Theranos COO Ramesh Sunny Balwani were charged by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, with massive fraud. They were accused of deceiving investors, doctors, and patients while knowing that their technology was unreliable. In January 2022, Holmes was found guilty on 4 counts of fraud and conspiracy. In 2023, she was sentenced to over 11 years in federal prison. Balwani was also convicted on 12 counts and received a nearly 13-year sentence. The Theranos saga is more than just a cautionary tale about a startup gone wrong. It's a chilling reminder of what can happen when hype and ambition override ethics and science. Holmes' downfall has sparked broader conversations about the lack of due diligence in venture capital, the glorification of charismatic founders, and the dangers of disrupting regulated industries like healthcare without adequate oversight. While Holmes remains a polarizing figure, viewed by some as a misguided visionary and by others as a con artist, the impact of her actions is clear. Thousands of patients received inaccurate medical information, and trust in medical technology startups was deeply shaken. The Theranos scandal serves as a stark warning. In the world of medicine, promises must be backed by proof. When lives are on the line, there is no room for smoke and mirrors. For more on this, read the articles in the Wall Street Journal, SEC filings, U.S. District Court documents, and the book Bad Blood by John Carreyrou. Stick around for more. It's KeysDAN, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Peace. I'm out of here.